Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for Monday the 13th, and we'll be covering Alphabet, Netflix and NVIDIA. So with Alphabet here, we're looking at much the same sort of pattern as the S&P 500 and the NASI in a way, in terms of the A wave coming wave 3 here, an A B, C here for the B wave, and down for the C wave for wave 4 here. And then we're looking at 5 waves moving up here for wave 1, and then a pullback for wave 2 at that point. And it is possible that I've got here as 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. It is possible, unlikely, but possible that this wave 3, 4 and 5 can come in here after this impulse wave finishes here. So I will be mindful that both are possible here. In terms of a wave 2 here, we would be looking for a simple A, B, C pattern and then moving up again. So we'll be able to get that classic trading levels pattern across the top here for that. So we won't miss it. We just need to be mindful of both of them. And on the daily chart here for that, it would look a bit like that. And the pattern that we're looking for here is this one here, where we have the arrival. Now the arrival didn't quite get there, and we'll look at that in a moment. And then the reaction and the first high above the level. So we're in this first high above the level here, and then we're looking for that ABC pattern here, and so on to move in over here and also down here as well. But we'll need to get confirmation, because both moves down here will be also the same as impulsive waves to the downside. Hopefully the C wave here will be on more of an angle than the A wave. If this leg here, the third leg here, is sharper than this one here, well then it will tend to look like a third wave coming down. But this particular pattern here would be the arrival, the reaction in 3 waves, which is this one here, the first move here, and then we're in this leg here now for this. So this little leg up here, we need to understand the 5 waves within that structure, and then the ABC pattern through here. So really just sort of reacting from this top here. We'll have to line the NASDAQ up for this as well here, because it's all part of it. So moving in here to the 4-hour chart here, I'm thinking of it like this here. From this wave 4 to this wave 5 here, we're looking at it as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 moving up through here. But if we drill in here and take a closer look at this situation here, into 100 ticks here, so it doesn't give us much definition of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in here. So I'm just going to drop it into a smaller count here for this, and bring in some more data for this. So from this wave 4 here, just going over it. So I can count 1 and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for third and fourth and fifth here for 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 here, then a little 5-wave structure up here for 1 and 2 here. And I have to get my head around this one here again. I've got it as 3 here. I can see most of it. I'll have to check it out again. I'll leave it for the time being. I know that because I've gone over it, it would be okay. 3 and 4 here, then 1 and 2. 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third wave here. I was thinking of this as the A, the B and the C here for wave 4, and then this move to the upside would look a little bit, last move here off the 1500 would look as wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 here, sorry, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here. Anyway, we've still got a little bit more to go here. I can't draw on here, but we've still got from green wave 2 here, we still need this third and fourth here and fifth here to make this one here for this, and then wave 4 and then wave 5 for that point there. Now, can it go higher than this? Yeah, probably. So I'll just need to be mindful. Once I finish counting this structure here, then we'll just wait and see what comes after that. I mean, we will get a pullback anyway, but let's see if the pullback is impulsive or is it corrective. And if it's corrective, well, then we'll move high and I'll have to expand the wave structure out. But it fits quite nicely the way that it's sitting here at the moment. So I'll just leave it like this for the time being. Okay, let's move on, and I'll just take this off because this is on 5 ticks. So I really want to get in there and start having a look at these stocks. So excuse me for a moment. Just reset that. Netflix can be next. So with Netflix here, I've expanded things out a little bit here. Let me just go to the weekly chart and see what I've done. So one of the things I want to mention here as well is that I'm not sure what all of this trend is here just yet. It could be the top of wave 3 or the top of wave 1 here. I'm not quite sure. And this low over here is wave 4 or wave 2. So I don't know. It'll become apparent a bit later on, but it doesn't really sort of haunt us at the moment for this, unless we're going for longer portfolio things. But even then, we've still got either, you know, wave from wave 4 here going up to wave 5 here, or we've got wave 2 here going up to wave 3. But even that, it's quite clear that we've got wave 1 here and 2 here. And now that this has moved up so strongly here, I've labelled this as 1 and 2 here, and going up for 3, 4 and 5 for the third wave, 4th and 5th. So we'll be looking up beyond above the 650, which is a medium level at that point there. Just like medium levels are just halfway between 2 major levels, so the same with this one here. That would be the 400 would be a medium level there as well. So it's played out quite nicely here for that, and so on. So anyway, I just wanted to explain this here. I'm still working on it. All these are a work in progress, all these charts. It will take me a while to get myself organized with all of these. I've got a long way to go. Where are we? Daily here. So the daily, so 1 and 2 here and 1 and 2 here, and then I'm looking at all this as the third wave up here for this. So we need to work out this little move, this move in here, and it's opening up really quite nicely. You know, I mean, when you look at all these vibrating here, they're all tight and so on, and this gets a bit, you know, a bit of volatility in here and so on. But you can see these are nicely spaced now. There's plenty of legs in this, so it certainly looks like it's moving to the upside there. Just check on here. So yeah, so from wave 2 here, I'm looking at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this. Now this has haunted me a little bit here with this here. I'm not really sure where to put this wave 2, either here or here for this. I can count this down as an ABC here, and that's fine at that point there. So it's probably on that one. I have drilled that one apart. I have spent a lot of time through this and looking at it, so it does count down here as an ABC, so I'm okay with that. Then we just need to look at this, how this can count in here for this. So I'm just going to go, well, first of all, whichever way we look at it, this market's still got further upside to go. It's just burst through the 500 here, and it's trading above the minor level here, so it will grip hold of the 550 and display a little pattern, the corrective pattern across here, and then push up into the next level here at the 580 area into group 2 at that point. But this market as well, you know, I mean, this market's got further to go to the upside here. I need to go into the tick chart now to give it some definition here. Yeah, I've got two counts here. There's one on the 100 count here and one on 5 ticks here. So I'm still working this here as well here. So what are we doing here? Getting more data here. Okay, so looking at 1 and 2 back onto this space here, and the only way I can count this through here, because you know this low here overlaps this one, and this one overlaps this one here at least. So this can be counted as wave 1 here with an expanded flood in wave 2. Very odd, rare, but I see it in Forex a lot, so I don't see why it can't be here. So 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves up here for wave 1 and ABC for 2 here, 5 waves up for 1 and 2 here. This one here, I'm not too sure about here having 3, 4, and 5 here for the 3rd and the 4th here and the 5th, but I do see it going higher. That's the main gist here for this. Still got further to go within all of this here. So we'll be up at the 650 there, which is a medium level. This is the 400 here, so I'll just borrow that line here, put that up at the 650. I know that you don't think 650 is much, but you'll see when we get there how valuable it is. So I've got this count here, and then the other, this is on 100 ticks, and the other count here is on 5 ticks. So we'll just have to get in a little bit more data. But while we're up here, this is impulsive here, so this will be corrective. So we're doing a little dance across the 550 here. So you'll end up with eventually with the 550 as support there, and okay, this is the different count here, yeah. So we'll have to pick it up from blue wave 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, and then we start stretching up into the third wave here. So I can count, I won't go into it, but I can count 5 waves in here for 1 and 2 here, and then I was thinking of this as 1 and ABC for 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 3rd and 4th. Now it does, I've seen this many times before, when you start counting across a large number where it's being skewed and not running, it can be very difficult as such. But in this case here, just entertain me for a moment. So in this case here, we've got wave 3 here with probably an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here, and then up for green wave 3, green wave 4, and green wave 5 of 3 here, and then 4 and then 5 here, coming up into the 600 here. But I was talking about the 650, which is up here further. I won't go into it just yet. Look, the takeaway from here at the end of the day is that this has still got further to move up here. So that's, even though I've got 2 sort of counts for it, it's still looking very bullish at this particular stage. Can it be counted any other way? Yeah, possibly. Let's just check it out here on the hourly, maybe. I better take it to the 4 hour because you won't see it otherwise. So, I mean, we could look at this as the A wave here, then A, B, C for the B wave here, and down for the C wave here, but I don't get 5 waves here. But even if the 2 was over here, then I could look at this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and wave 3 here. Wave 3 would just be long enough, be longer than wave 1 coming up here. So we could have wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 across here, and then 5 finishing just up here further at that point. So I think the thing is that in terms of trading this, all you need to do is just keep an eye on the 550, and it's going through a bit of correction across the 550 as I would expect it to, and if it becomes support and pushes up, well then that's fine, and as long as it stays above the 550, well then it's bullish. If it comes back below it after it's been up here somewhere, then you know that we've got a problem. Okay, so let's have a look at NVIDIA next. I'm not sure exactly what I've done here. I'll just let me just check. Yeah, so in the bigger picture here, I was sort of looking at all of this up here as looking like a wave one. Well, not the fact that it looks like a wave one, it's just the fact that this drops so sharp here. So it makes a nice, like, typical wave two, so to speak. But I need to check on that as such. But then I was looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here for wave one, as you know. And then we would also need to see this structure here, which would be wave three here. We also need to see that longer than wave one here. So let's just get our bearings on that for a moment. I'll just use this here. So here to here. Yeah, so we are above. This is the length of wave one here, from here to here, and we are above it here, so that's sort of okay, and I'd expect more, but that's okay for the time being. It gets us out of trouble, and our job now really is to count this to the upside here. So this is kind of like finishing off like Google, Alphabet, you know, coming into that structure here, well, coming from the March lows here, coming up into 5 waves here. Let's just go in a little bit further here. I'll just check on the hop here. So this is how I've counted it. I'll just check myself as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 5 waves for wave 3, 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth. I'm really not happy with the fourth wave here. It's so, you know, it's really small. It's not like the wave 2's that big either though, but it's just small compared to these wave 4s. But you know, yeah, I mean, even from here, this could be wave 1 here and 2 here, and then a third wave up here. So we just need to be mindful of that as well. I mean, it would be really nice if this just folds back into the 400 here. And if it does, it will come down and sit on these supports here, and that will give us an opportunity to pick it up here for that. But let's just go in and have a little look at this here on the tick chart, if I've done it. That's on 5 ticks. Let's just see if I've been working on this for starters. Nope. So I'll go to the 100 here. We'll just check that out. No, I haven't updated this here. I haven't counted this here up yet. Let's just have a quick look. Well, 1 and 2 here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. So 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3. Would that be 5, or is that too small? Looks okay, doesn't it? So we'll come back to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. 3, 4, 5. Is that higher than that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The third wave, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we've still got one more push up here for this. So it's just very close to the Google one. So let me just put this in here. Yeah, hopefully we'll pull back into the 400 here. That would be nice. So I think that we've got a little bit of mucking around in here to do with this one, and then a push up here, and then it will probably trade above the 430, but we don't really want it finding support here, because if it finds support on the 30, which is the top of group 1, then it's going to go to the next level, which is the 50 here. Let me just double check this again. Yeah, I can see that there's two ways to count this up here, but in both cases it's still got further to go up through here. We'll just see if it sits on top of group 1 here, 430, and we'll see if it fails from that point there. If not, well, then we'll look for it to move higher at that point, and probably the case. Let me just check this one too. So we can look at this here actually as, do I need that one? Just better go back and check what I've done here on the 4-hour chart. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, if this is not wave 4 here, then this is wave 1 and 2 here, and then we're moving up from this point. I can see here that we've kind of got wave 1 and 2 in here somewhere. Most of this is the third wave here. There's some sort of fourth wave and fifth wave going into here. So hopefully that it will come back to this level, because it'll give us a chance. The corrections are fantastic because they give us a chance to move back in, of course. You know, otherwise pointless chasing. You know, I mean, the main thing here, as you can see, is that somewhere in here is the strong third wave in here. So we'll have a fourth and a fifth to finish this off here. So we'll just, anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. But that's where we are with that. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.